Hey Clashers, the new troop, the Druid, is going to make Super Archer Blimps way stronger because you can keep your Root Riders and your heroes way better alive after the Super Archer Blimp. Support everything with the Super Barbarians and you're good to go for a beautiful attack. So I thought, let's do some legend attacks and I will show you exactly how strong this actually is with this new troop together. Let's get into it. Okay, first base, first attack, and wait. That's one of my bases, right? That's one of my bases which I posted on YouTube quite some time ago. So, okay, so how do I beat my own base? I think we could possibly... good question, good question. Where do I land? Where do I land indeed? I think maybe onto the mortar or something like that. I think that could work. I think that could work quite nice. So, like that. Then obviously the blimp. And we're going to try to land on top of that mortar, something like that. No. Okay, like that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nice. We need to clone out of the poison just like that. Now this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's turn that invisible again. 1, 2, 3, and 4 again. Nice. Ooh, that was quite late, but it's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4 again. This flank castle is quite annoying, not gonna lie. But I think we set up the pathing which was needed to actually get us all the way. Because now this is the cool thing about the strategy. We have crazy healing, but we have no healers. Which makes this just so powerful because we are not relying on any, I don't know, like crazy stuff happening. So now let's get this right. I think the king actually got targeted, which is quite important. Let's use the warning ability early. But for the druids, you want to make sure that you're using like 2, maybe 3 if you're going to a lot of damage really early in the beginning. And, well, just make sure that you're recycling them so they're keeping your troops safe. Like this. They're about to transform, so we're adding 2 more. And the Rage Aura is going to do massive work for you of the Warden because it's going to rage up the druids and the heal is just crazy. It's really, really mad, like how much healing you can have with this army composition. Now we're just pushing through the core. The Root Riders are getting kept alive. Things are looking really solid for us. We have still a ton of Super Barbarians for the back end to support whatever is necessary. Single Inferno Towers obviously are annoying, but now the Ice Golem finally is tanking, which is good for us. We can add some more Super Barbarians on the outside as well to support my Royal Champion. Queen is doing great. Getting now behind the Town Hall. And I'll make sure Archer over here. Super Barbarians are working along the top side. The Queen has her ability, which is amazing, which we can use at any given point. We have the Apprentice Warden in there. We have so many supportive tools with this army composition. It's kind of crazy how much really we can get and overpower with this army. At the base, let's concentrate. Let's get the rest in here. Now, okay, at this point we don't have to concentrate anymore. We can easily crush this base. Let's go. But yeah, the idea really is here, and why I think this is just so much better than the original version with healers. You obviously have way better healing, which the Druid does, right? You have not that many troops, which means the Druid is perfect to keep your troops alive. With the Rage Aura of the Warden, your troops are nearly unkillable. I mean, take a look at that. They went through all of those single target, whatever defense is there, without any issue. Crazy. And then you can just like place 2 druids, then wait for it, place 2 more druids, get the tanking, get the healing, and it's just insane how much more power you have with those Super Archer Blimps. Let's move forward though to the next attack, and I will show you exactly again how it's done versus a different base. As well, if you might wondering, it's what exactly and why exactly you use the Diggy on the Warden. I just love the pet. I mean, it's just really, really nice to use and fun to use. You can use the Frosty as well, the Lizard, things like that. All should work quite well, but let's take a look at this. The Town Halls were protected by Poison Towers, so I think instead we should go for something else on the other side to again then create pathing for the Root Riders and the healers here. So what are we going for? I think we're going in from this bottom side, kind of trying to land on top of those heroes. So let's do that just like this. Blimp behind. That already looks like a solid angle. Just like that. Oh, now the invisibility. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nice. 2 clones. Rage. Let's use another invis. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the value already looks really solid. And that's exactly the pathing we're looking for, which we want to set up to make sure that our Root Riders then are pushing towards the tunnel. Yes, the tunnel is on the back end, but that should be no problem, hopefully. Take a look at that. That value already was amazing. Now, let's add 2 Super Barbarians here. Let's add the Ice Golem this time again first, because we just had a little bit of an oopsie with those... with the single throw and terror of my Barbarian King, the last attack. Again, adding 2 druids. On this one, actually, I think we might just add 3 because there's a lot of damage early on. And you really have to then think about how many druids you need early into the attack. Sometimes even 1 is enough because there might be not enough damage to really deal any damage to our troops. But it's just important that you're not placing all of them blindly in the beginning. That's not really how this works. And we'll keep using the Super Barbarians on the outside to like recycle and make sure that our troops are staying on the inside. I think now, yeah, the blue bar is nearly full, so we're resending or readjusting again with another one. Getting things sorted. Now we have to make sure that we're using the Warden ability to protect as much as possible. Maybe now, I think. And then we'll keep adding Super Barons on the outside to really push everything further to the Town Hall. And I think that should be good to go, especially with having the Royal Champs on the back end for us. And the Royal Champ with her equipment is just going to be a really powerhouse. We're using the regular haste and Hog Rider combination for this one. Root Riders are keep opening those compartments, which is amazing. They use that King ability. I guess we can use already the Royal Champ on the back end. Right here. Some more cleanup with the Barbarians, and this base is just gone. Queen ability. And you can tell there is so many troops still alive of our beginning, which is just because of the druids keeping them alive with the healing. And it is just so crazy strong, because the Rage Aura is obviously stacking with the healing of the druids, and the base healing of the druids is already completely madness of how efficient that is, and that really makes sure that all of the troops are staying alive. And I really think that Super Archer BLIMPS were nerfed quite hard, to be honest, in the past. I mean, everyone can decide for themselves if they think it was justified or not, but with this Druid combination, they are for sure back, because you have a lot of power on the back end. But hey, let's move on. I will show you one more attack with a little bit more of an in-depth explanation of what exactly you're looking for. Unfortunately, I did not find a ring base as one of those live attacks, but hey, I have attacked one of them in the German recording, which means we will just take a look at the replay here, and I will tell you exactly what you're looking for if you're attacking a ring base. There is multiple options of what you can look for. The most game-changing thing here is to try to not invest the Warden ability, because if you're combining the Warden with the Blimp, like the Warden Blimp, that's how I call it, then, well, you're losing a lot of power with your follow-up. Because not only the Warden ability is missing, but even more importantly, the Rage Aura is missing. And that Rage Aura is just a crazy game changer. Which means on this base, as in the other bases, we're trying to create pathing, which is just so important whenever you're playing with the strategy, which is otherwise having no direction of where they're going. Because you have no spells to redirect, you have nothing pretty much left to really direct your troops in the rest of the base, whereas then though it's so important for the Super Archer Blimp to do exactly that. And that's what we did here. We took down the right corner, and now we have this pattern of like starting at the bottom side and then going along this top side. In the beginning, there's not much damage. This is why I only use one Druid. As well, with the Rage Aura, making sure that everything is moving quickly into the first part of the base. The Rage Aura, making sure that this Druid, take a look at that. The Druid, the King, is just not losing hit points whatsoever, even though the Expo is on it, even though the Eagle is shooting at it. It's crazy how much healing they can do. And now as we're moving into the cannons, and like into the scatter and everything, that's where we're adding the other Druids as well. Warden ability to save this outside Root Rider to make sure it's staying alive. Adding the last of the Druids. We have already the first bear, but the job is done at this point. You can tell already this base is getting 3-star by this approach really easily. So this is really the secret of this, and I have to say those Druids are a huge game changer for the strategy, because with healers, this strategy already in the past was really powerful, but it has a couple of problems, because you could take some Black Mines, you really have the issue of healers liking to switch their target a lot, but with having this chain healing, you nearly always hit a couple of those low life troops, and it really makes a big difference. As well, equipment wise, I feel like I have not talked about that much in this video about them. It's pretty straightforward, that's why I haven't talked about that much about them. King Queen, nothing too fancy. You can go with the healer equipment here as well instead of the frozen arrow. That's completely up to you, but both works. The only thing which I would not change is the warden equipment, because it is the Eternal Tome and the Rage Aura. And then on the Royal Champion, I just think it's the strongest, the best by far equipment combination in the game for the Royal Champion. It's just super straightforward, super strong, so I would just go with the Haste and Hogs. But if you want to try out this strategy as well on your own and see how it works for you, the link for this strategy is down below in the description. Huge thank you for watching. I wish you guys back tomorrow with the next class video. Until then, see ya and bye bye.